This is my tribe.
This is my tribe.
Hi guys, we're back. We're back for a banter. It is Steph and Jackson here from Tribe Rouse Hill. Hope you're all enjoying your day so far. We definitely are, but that might be because we're caffeined up. Thanks, guys. So, guys, well, it's great to be back.
It is.
It's great to be back for a Friday banter. It's a beautiful day outside. And look, we're going to talk about something that we probably get questioned a lot about.
We do.
And something that is probably pretty close to my heart is supplements.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the things we get asked about, obviously, we get questioned about diets, we get questioned about what to eat. And one of the things we tend to find is that most people don't get enough protein in the meal. So we tend to recommend some supplementation.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of myth and misconception of what supplements should be. I think that's one we want to address as well.
Yeah,
too.
100%.
You know, like what is it all about? Why do we have so many different things out there?
Yep.
How do they all work? What's a pre-workout? What's a fat burner?
Yep.
You know, all these different things.
Am I going to put on weight if I take this and that?
Yeah.
So
and when to take it, how to take it, what to take, and all that kind of stuff.
All the things.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the whys, the why nots.
Yep.
And look, guys, it's a supplement.
Yep.
First and foremost, it is to supplement your current diet.
Absolutely.
The thing that I find with most people that are dieting or have changed or in a calorie deficit, diet is not my favorite word in the world.
Yeah.
When you're in a calorie deficit, whether it's from food or training, you will then also often be in a nutrient or a macronutrient deficit.
Yeah.
So that's why supplements are amazing. So it's just to supplement, get the stuff that you need back in there. And look, I guess the big thing people always ask me, and I'm sure you've heard this a lot, is that, well, I eat really healthy, I eat clean, so I don't need supplements.
Yep. Look, that's a fair call. I think but the thing is, I think we tend to start looking a little bit deeper into what they're actually eating. Yep. And a lot of times when you're eating clean, most people are referring to it being mostly greens.
Yep.
And there are a lot of vegans, vegetarians, all the different kind of meal preferences out there. And when we look deep into it, a lot of times something just tends to be missing.
Yeah.
There's just not enough macros, particularly in the protein part.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons why we tend to talk about, okay, if you're not getting enough in your meals, whether it be replacing with some sort of protein source, if you're not eating meat, we need to look at ways that you can supplement that. It's purely what it is. It is a supplement to what you're currently doing.
Yeah. And I think to follow on from that, especially with your protein powders, that's the one that people probably question a lot. They're like, well, I go home and I have steak and sweet potato.
Yes.
Awesome. Don't stop doing that. The thing with supplements as well, they are designed to be, I guess, fast absorbing.
Yes.
You know, we are a instant gratification generation, so you should love this one. The protein powder is going to get into the muscle and start that repair and recovery straight away. So that's why sometimes as well supplements are or can be a better option over a whole food.
Correct.
So
and a little bit of segue on that as well too. A lot of people, they tend to train late. That's something we want to talk about a little bit as well, because there are people who they start to train late in the evening. You're finishing 7:30 class, by the time you get home at 8:30. It is probably not ideal to put 200 grams or 150 grams of worth of chicken into your body.
Yeah.
All right, because one, it's going to cause a lot of gut issues.
Yes.
Indigestions, and that's one of the things we actually tend to talk to people. If you're training late, you may need to look at different ways of eating, because it does have an effect on your sleep and your gut health, which we can talk about that as well too.
Which we did learn on Wednesday from In Nature's Hands, Rachel. Yeah.
If you missed it, I want you guys to recommend. Definitely highly recommend to go back on our Facebook Lives, have a look.
Yeah.
Highly informative. I learned a lot from Rachel
Same.
about gut health.
And shit.
Yeah. She's the poo lady.
Yeah, she's the poo lady.
We'll call her the poo lady.
The poo lady, sorry. Censor. Cut that bit.
So let's talk about protein.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the protein, what it is and how it actually affects our, I guess, fitness routine.
Yeah, awesome. So guys, as Jackson said, most of us don't get enough protein, especially if you're a vegan and vegetarian. And look, you guys are so lucky, because there is so much better vegan and vegetarian food out there now than there used to be. but most women, sorry to generalize, men as well, but most of us don't get enough protein.
Yep.
I'm probably one of the only people that goes over on their protein every day because I could eat steak for breakfast religiously. But look, let's talk about protein powders, the good, the bad, the ugly, the why nots, the different types. You know, often you'll walk into a sup shop and you've got your hydrolyze, your WPI, your WPC, your casein, your this, that, the other. Look, they're all great for different types of training.
Correct.
If you want just a really great bang for your buck, you're just going to go like a WPI.
Yep.
So a whey protein isolate. So that is not dairy-free. That's going to have dairy in it. We have got the X50 with us today. This is cinnamon donut. Cinnamon donut. Look, it is gluten-free, which is awesome in my books. When should we be having the shake, Jack?
I always recommend straight after the workout because like what you just alluded to before is that we want that instant hit of the protein. Gets absorbed very, very quickly into your system straight after the workout. I mean, another time you can have it, we usually recommend sometimes in the morning as well as a great way to supplement or increase our protein intake. First thing in the morning, that just gives that a nice little smoothie, even in your cereal. I put in a cereal bowl. A really great way to put in protein into your breakfast. Sometimes people put greens and protein doesn't quite work well.
I've done that before, but I'm a bit weird.
More fruit type based smoothie, but certainly oats and a bit of protein powder on top or post workout. I mean, that's your bodybuilder's dream right there. I remember back in the day when I was competing, I used to just live for oats and protein in the morning. Especially something like a cinnamon one. I mean, we're coming into summer now, but winter, warm oats, cinnamon protein, amazing. It's also great, you know, coming to summer, you've got you can make smoothie bowls. I like to have it in yogurt of an evening because it kind of makes it a little sort of yummy treat. And that does get your protein up. But essentially, first and foremost, as soon as you chuck your dumbbells down at the gym, have one. You
should be chugging a shake down. With water is my preference after a workout, or with a coconut water or a carbohydrate powder of some sort, or with a banana or something. And that's just because those carbs are going to help that protein get into your muscles, and that's going to help that repair and recovery. So vegans, we have not forgotten you. Don't you worry your little vegan selves. We also have two really great vegan options. So your plant-based proteins. Who is a plant-based protein for? You know, if I'm not vegan, would you recommend me getting a plant-based?
I personally probably will. I just simply because some people are a little bit averse to the dairy products. Anything that's dairy, you got an issue with the dairy products. Vegan is a great option. Vegan predominantly sometimes have a bit of a bad vibe about it because it's especially the proteins because never used to taste very good.
No.
Terrible. Great. But great thing is that there are a lot of great proteins out there now that's come up with vegan options that gives you the ability to actually give the protein plant-based and tastes really, really good.
The great thing about vegan proteins as well is I have found in my years of trying to make treats that aren't bad for you, vegan protein seems to be they cook better in essence. So a great way to get a little post workout or a great breakfast option, and you just take a scoop of a vegan protein powder, one egg, mash a banana, and make a big delicious protein pancake, and it's absolutely amazing. You will your mind will be blown. So vegan proteins, same thing, guys. You finish your workout, straight onto your shake. Same thing, water, coconut water. The only thing I'd say avoid is having it with milk. Because one,
for obvious reasons.
If you're
vegan, right?
Lol.
If you're vegan, milk, no.
Maybe no milk. But also, you don't want to get fats in just after workout because it slows the absorption of that. Of that. Now, the no-nos with protein. My biggest one would be it's not a meal replacement.
100%. Exactly. A lot of people say, "Oh, do we replace this for a meal?" No. It is a supplement to what we always recommend: a healthy, balanced meal, a diet, as we call it. Because we want to make sure our philosophy is about sustainability. We want to give you the tools and the ability to sustain a lifestyle, not just cut everything out and give a replacement. Because at the end of the day, if you replace your meal to lose weight, as soon as you start eating again, you are going to put weight back on.
100%.
And that is just unfortunate what happens.
Yeah.
So that's why you have this yo-yo effect. People go, oh, I'm going to meal replace. I lost about 6-7 kilos. And then after a while, you start putting weight back on.
Yeah.
So we're big on knowing what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, and then lose your weight and have a better body composition over a period of time rather than losing weight quickly.
100%.
So you can have better lean muscle mass, losing your fat correctly, and you actually have more energy.
Yeah.
There are people who have different types of preferences or meal preferences. Liking energy because you're cutting all the carbs out, all those kind of things. It just we're just not very big on recommending fast results.
Yeah.
We look at 3 to 6 month type plans.
100%. And I think as well, someone said this to me the other day, another coach. If you can't see yourself doing a diet in 12 months' time, don't do it now.
Right.
And we could segue into so many rabbit holes on that.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Guys, not a meal replacement.
Yes.
I always recommend no more than 2 serves a day. One should be enough because essentially, I mean, it's not a cheap supplement. No. Some of them can get quite pricey. So definitely after training, is it okay? I'm a nurse, I'm a shift worker. I can't sit down and have a sandwich and poached chicken. Can I just have one on the run as a snack?
I'm personally okay with it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think I'm personally okay with that concept because you are on the run. You still want to get that protein into you.
Yeah.
We can't have a perfect lifestyle. Let's put it that way. And we understand a lot of people who are shift work. Yeah. And I think, look, guys, put it in there as a little snack, but again, not as a replacement. Yeah. You know, it's always as a snack in between. I sometimes say to people, maybe like a mid-morning or late afternoon. Yeah.
Great. I totally agree. And have it with some yogurt. If you are someone that's using it as a snack, maybe with a piece of fruit or with some nuts or something just to get a little bit more bang for your buck out of those calories. Exactly. So, look, hopefully that's the good, the bad, the why not.
On the proteins?
On the proteins.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Let's talk about on that side.
Let's talk about some teas and coffees. Yes. So
that's more about your side now. I'm definitely about teas, so maybe tell me about more about teas and coffees.
Look, the world of supplements has changed dramatically. And look, when I first delved into being a bodybuilder and finding every low-calorie food I could, X50 was my absolute lifesaver and go-to. Now, X50 green tea, if you haven't heard of it, you must have been living under a rock because look, this has been around for a long time. It is like an iced tea. Beautiful, amazing, tastes good. It's got really nice green tea energy. So it's got a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's like the difference between Metallica and Bob Marley. Both enjoyable, but very different vibes. The great thing about X50 is it's packed with resveratrol.
The what?
What? So resveratrol is also found in red wine. So it's got about the same amount as resveratrol. I'm saying it so wrong. As about 27 glasses of red wine. And as much as I would like to walk around drunk all day, on 27 glasses of wine, it's probably not practical. But it's got loads of antioxidants in it, which is amazing. We don't get enough. It also helps flush water out. So it is an absolutely amazing product. You can probably, again, I'd only recommend it twice a day. One in the morning, replace your coffee. It's good to come off coffee every now and again. Just let your body reset. You can have it in addition to coffee though. It's not going to keep you up at night. It is very, very low caffeine. Absolutely beautiful. Chuck it with some ice, keep some in a jug in the fridge, but it is, you will notice that you're going to pee a little bit more. And it's just because it's helping flush your body out. So
let's just, I want to ask something on that. Because why would you want someone to flush the water out?
So look, we live in a world of inflammation, right? So it's, look, a lot of times I will have, segue, not that we have the Mardi Gras anymore. I've got a mate coming up to Mardi Gras when he wants to lean down a little bit, just drinks the tea every day, and it does help pull the water out. I guess why it's good to have, taking that bloating away. One, you're going to feel more comfortable. It's just going to help with the inflammation. You've stumped me, Jack.
No, that's right, because I think it's good to understand. Like people are like, well, why would you want to flush water? You know, it seems like we want to have water in our body. Right? But what we're referring to is more
the bloating and the
inflammation. That's the puffiness you have in your body there.
It's very, so I guess it's oh my God, I've just lost my train of thought. If I feel quite bloated in the morning and I'm going out on a date night or something, if I drink even just even like 2 hours before I go out, that bloatedness is gone. And look, it does help because it will have some fiber in it. Yeah. So when it's in it, look, it's got some caffeine in it, so it is actually going to help suppress the appetite a little bit. Yeah. Not that we're about suppressing the appetite and skipping meals, but it will help with weight maintenance because a lot of times you just want something sweet, say in the afternoon, and these taste amazing. Like they're absolutely amazing. Yeah. If you're a bit of a weirdo, you can have them warm. I've never done that. Although there is a coffee and a chocolate flavor, the chocolate tastes amazing in a coffee. Yeah. You got a low-calorie mocha there. They've actually got a really good amount of vitamin C in there, which helps with metabolism as well.
Yeah, I think on that too. I think the whole idea of the suppression isn't to skip meals. It's the fact that when you're on this bit of a journey, sometimes you get snacky. Yes. I think you get snacky. You want to eat something late in the afternoon. I think that's what that's for. Like, like you said, have a tea in the afternoon, you drink it, and you feel like you don't need to have that urge to go, oh, when I need to have a rock of chocolate or packet of chips because late in the afternoon. Because end of the day, we all tend to have, unfortunately, some bad habits. Yeah. And that's what they're here for. Like, they're here to say, hey, have a cup of tea late in the afternoon. Yeah. You probably don't feel like you need to go reaching for that block of chocolate because 3 o'clock comes, we tend to have that urge to want to eat a bit of sugar. Oh, yeah. The 3:30itis is a thing. And look, guys, we're not saying that this is the magic pill that's going to stop you wanting stuff, but it's all about changing habits. It's about changing. It takes about 60 days for your taste buds to change as well, guys. So, which is probably a bit of a segue away from this, but it's going to take time. A protein powder is not going to taste like an Up and Go or a Milo shake. It's just not. Yeah. But they are delicious. They serve a purpose. Give it time. Give it time to get used to it. X50 is also amazing because it's going to make you drink your water. Yes. Like, I mean, coming into summer, we're all a little bit more dehydrated. It's a great, really nice, chilled way to boost your energy and get some water in. So, win-win for me. Tick, 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 tick on the X50. Yeah. Moving on to the Revolver coffee. Now, if you are an absolute coffee fiend like we are, double time. Revolver's amazing. If you survived the CrossFit era without hearing about Bulletproof coffee, I do not know how. Bulletproof coffee is an amazing, amazing thing. It's, butter, MCT oil, coffee. It just will absolutely explode your brain and wake you up. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's super calorie dense. Yes. So that's why a lot of people either steer away from it or why it's gotten a little bit of a bad rep. But have no fear, Revolver coffee is here. I didn't even plan that. That just came out like that. That was so good. So Revolver coffee is pretty much MCT, coconut, all the good things in a little sachet, low calorie. It's also got some collagen in there. Mm-hmm. Now, collagen is getting a lot of media attention at the moment, especially for us ladies. For the skin. For the skin. So it's a great little way to get some collagen in, but it's a really low calorie drink. Comes in 3 different flavors. There's a mocha. Just the regular flavor, and there is actually a lactose-free one. So it's a beautiful milky coffee with no calories. Well, it does have calories. That's a total lie. It's got some calories. Everything's got some. Yeah. So it's got about 82 calories per serve. So about a quarter of what you get in a coffee. You don't need to put any sugar in it. That's quite sweet. If you're having like an almond cap a day, I think they're about 240 calories. Correct. Which is not a huge amount, okay? Like, don't stress out on your coffee. But if you want to cut some calories from somewhere, this is a great way to do it. Plus, you feel like you're getting a bit of a treat. Yes. But not only that, it is going to help with brain fog. It's got your medium chain triglycerides, which is your coconut oil or your MCT oil. So much. Yeah. But again, it's just a little way to treat yourself without, sometimes I am scrimping and scraping on every single calorie I have. Correct. I don't want to waste 240 calories on a cup of coffee. So I'll be like, okay, well, I've got 100 to spend here. That's right. I can have extra sweet potato on my meal. So it's just about breaking it up. So great little ways to get some treats in. And honestly, you're going to feel like you're having a cafe coffee at home. Yeah. I double dip at home. So I do the mocha plus 2 scoops of the old
Nescafe in there. So I'm pretty pumped by the time I get to the studio. But it's great. It's actually really good for you if you do find you have a little bit of mental fog. Both of these products are absolutely amazing. So samples in the studio, come and try them out and get amongst it, guys.
Give it a go. All right, let's talk about BCAAs or BCAAs.
Yeah.
I think people talk about proteins, and there was BCAAs, amino chains. I go, what in the world? What are they?
What is all these liquids?
Why do we need to have BCAAs in our system, or why do we? What do they use it for? What do we use it for?
Well, a branched chain amino acid. Look, I'm going to explain things the really crude, not crude, but like crude as in not smart kind of way, because that's just how I roll. A BCAA, look, in a really simple form, it's just amino chains or a different chain of protein.
Correct.
Essentially. I'm sure
This is the easiest way to explain
it. Guys, I'm sure you're going to comment and be like, you're wrong. It's this. Basically what it's for is that you drink it while you train.
Correct.
And it helps that repair and recovery while we're training. Essentially, when we're training in strength training, cardio, anything, I've got a sore finger there. That was a bit weird. Your protein and your glycogen is stored in your muscles. So when you come in and do any kind of training or throughout the day, whatever, that gets depleted. And what your body needs to do is it needs energy. So it's going to start to catabolize your muscles, which means it's going to start to eat them. So we don't want that to happen. We want the repair, recovery to start straight away.
That's right.
So while we're training, we're going to sip on our BCAAs. That's going to help that muscle be sustainable.
Correct.
Help. Look, some of them are going to have different types of mixes in them, but a lot of them will have electrolytes in it. So replace the salts, the sweat. So especially on your cardio days, your total days, coming into summer, we're replacing what we're replenishing what we're losing while we're training. If you're someone that is hard, like a hard gainer, if you find it really hard to maintain muscle mass or put on muscle mass, I drink it all day. And look, depending on who you talk to, they don't say it's great to do that. Plus it's expensive, so I'm an idiot. But I will drink it during training. I usually have it in about 750 mils of water, 100, like a litre. Again, it helps you get that water in, but it starts that repair recovery while you're training. It's got the electrolytes in it. So often if you're doing like a hard total session or any hard session, a lot of us can sometimes tend to feel a little bit like, whoa.
A bit lightheaded, a bit low energy, especially when you don't eat.
Yes.
There are people who tend to come here at a 4:30, 5:30, you haven't eaten for like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
And it's really good to have something like that just to sustain you
100%.
through the training.
Yeah.
And I think you said something very important there, like, especially when you're doing a lot of HIIT style training, like, high intensity, high cardio, because the goal is to lose weight. So you get in there, do the total classes, do the fit classes, whatever you want to do. And if you don't replace with your body with the BCAAs while you're training, you're right, you can start losing lean muscle mass.
Yes.
And that's one reason why BCAAs are good for you, as well as having the protein as a supplement to get those two things. So you are having a good balance in your body, so that you don't get to say full weight. I go, hey, I'm training so hard, I'm losing weight, but I'm also losing lean muscle. And you want to make sure your body is growing the lean muscle at the same time losing the fat, because it's a balanced diet, balance in your body. Yeah,
100%. And look, it's I'm a firm believer in drinking the Kool-Aid. Get amongst it, get the sups, you're going to notice a difference in your performance and your recovery, and quicker recovery means faster results. BCAAs coming into summer, like you're going to love them. Like I said, I would drink them all day. They also make amazing slushies. If you've got a good blender, I don't. But I used to work in a great gym that had a great blender. Bunch of ice, BCAAs. It makes an amazing slushy. Cool. Coming into summer, I'm not too opposed to chucking a little bit of vodka in it as well. You make a vodka slushy, and it also helps with mad hangovers. So if you had a massive night out, get home, pop 2 aspirin, have some BCAAs, you'll actually be surprised in the morning. All jokes aside, an amazing product. Now, sometimes people will be like, well, if I have BCAAs during training, do I have to have my protein afterwards? Yeah, you do.
You do.
100%.
They're very different.
They're same surname, different families.
Yeah, same family, but they have different purposes.
Yeah,
very different purposes.
So definitely, I mean, when I was competing, I would have BCAAs first thing in the morning, BCAAs while I trained, a BCAA after I trained, and then BCAA before bed. Because I find it very hard to maintain muscle as I get lean, which a lot of us do.
Correct.
So smash the BCAAs. Get a couple of different flavors so you don't get sick of them, rotate them. They've got loads of good aminos in them like leucine, glutamine. Lots of really great things in them. You can get EAAs. So amazing. Tastes great. Good for you. Have them while you train, essentially, but you can drink them throughout the day.
Correct.
Otherwise, it's probably one of the supplements we'd say go crazy on.
Go crazy on. Exactly.
Things to look out for on BCAAs. Look, I'd probably just say, depending on your gut health, different fillers, artificial flavors. That would be the big thing. Look, they're dairy-free. Most of them would be gluten-free. But look, it might be trial and error. I do know that some of them I have been prone to bloat on before. But as we learnt from Rach the other day, sometimes that would depend on other things going on in your diet, like other things you've had with it. But so trial and error, so that would probably be the only thing I'd say be careful of with BCAAs. And look, everything in moderation, right?
Exactly. Everything in moderation, everything just to what your body tells you to do. I think that's the most important part. Try and error and make sure that you listen to your body.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, some people, I think a lot of people want to know about fat burners or thermogenics. What are they? Are they important? Are they necessary? And I know there's a lot of different kind of opinions out there, which is okay. And if you have a different opinion, by all means, put it in the comments, and we're happy to address it. Or
I'll tell you you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're very open here.
But we're very open here. Like, and I think we want to make sure we give people as much information as possible,
100%.
So you can make the choices for yourself.
Yes.
What are thermogenics for? What are fat burners for?
Yeah, look.
And are they different to pre-workouts?
Yes. Yes, they are. Good question. So look, fat burners, a tale as old as time. I think fat burners have been around. We all remember the old hydroxy cut back in, I think you still get that actually. It's fucking wild. So look, fat burners, they're probably the most Instagrammed thing in the world. They are this one is a thermo shred. It's a 2-in-1. So you can use it as a pre-workout. It's going to be missing some essential pre-workout ingredients in my opinion. Look, fat burners are great. They're not a magic tool. They're not a magic ticket. You're not going to drink that, go out and have Maccas and lose weight.
That's right.
That's all it is.
Again, it's something that you add into your daily routine to assist you. Again, it's nothing that's going to make everything happen just like that. You still got to put the work in, 100%. But it is something that assists you in the process. Yeah, it's where I would use a fat burner. So basically, guys, what a fat burner is, it has got L-carnitine. I'm struggling today. L-carnitine is a great supplement, and you can take it on its own every single day of your life. What L-carnitine does, and correct me if I'm explaining this wrong, is it helps your body metabolize fats. So when you have burnt the fats, it actually helps flush them out of the body, and it's really great for mental clarity. So it's great for that. So it's great for fat loss. It's great for like mental clarity. This one's got some taurine in it, which is another essential amino, which is amazing. This one has got green tea extract and green coffee bean extract. Why is that different? Because it's a bit of a lower buzz, if you ask me. It's a bit of a smoother. It's a bit of a smoother drink. So basically, it's got all the good stuff in it. It's got caffeine in it. What it's going to do is it's going to make you sweat a little bit more in your workouts. It is going to raise your heart rate, which is what's going to help you burn more fat. The L-carnitine in there. When should you use it? Look, I don't think you should use it every day of your life. No. Not a fat burner. No. L-carnitine, go crazy on that. The L-theanine, go crazy on it. Taurine, go crazy on it. Fat burners, where I would use it is maybe with a competitor. If you're doing a 6-week challenge or a shred challenge, I might say to you, do it for 2 weeks at the start and then maybe 2 weeks at the end. Or if you've bought, coming into summer, these things are going to fly off the shelf.
do it for 4 weeks and have a break.
Correct.
Don't do it every day.
Yeah.
And don't do it in replace of food.
Yes.
Don't do it and think you can go out and
add a lot of calories into in your diet.
That's not how it goes.
Yes.
It's like anything. And I hate to use the word cycle because I think it has very negative negative connotations.
Yes.
But, and this is probably more one for the girls, you ever use a shampoo and then after a while it stops working? Mm-hmm. It's the same with fat burners, 100%. We should all come off coffee every now and again. Yeah. So our body is really good at doing what it needs to do.
It adapts.
And, you know, it's going to adapt to this and you're going to get up to, and I remember back in the day being a sup rep and like when C4 was, you know, the thing.
Yes.
Or mesomorph, the days, or jacked, but like people used to like triple scoop and like quadruple scoop and it was like being off your head. Yes. And you adapt to it, which is not great. You want your body to have these great reactions to it quickly, and then you want your body to get back to what it needs to do. Yes. So some of the negative things with a fat burner is that, look, it can mess your metabolism up.
Yes.
It can give you thyroid issues. It can give you, what's the word?
Not sure.
Not sure there.
I'm not sure what your words are. Well, I think the good point is that we need to understand that it's always going, like you say, it's a cycle. You need to just like use it for a period of time, and not even every day, period of time, and then come off it, and then going back on it again. Yeah. That way you're, sounds pretty bad coming off and on. But the idea is that making sure your body is getting a good hit of the thermogenics, and then you stay off it for a little bit, let your body adapt to a normal training routine, and give it a little assistance again to help you to get that journey on the way.
Yeah, 100%.
So, like we said, we might go 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then just cycle through that way.
Yeah, 100%. And look, I wouldn't recommend more than one serve a day. That's,
definitely not.
That's just me. I'm a bad sleeper, but definitely not more than the recommended serve per day. Yeah. And that's 2 scoops on this one. I wouldn't take it any later than like 2 in the afternoon.
That's right.
But again, that's me. You might be someone that is very coffee tolerant or caffeine tolerant, and if you train in the afternoon, you can take it, whatever. If you are finding your sleep is being affected,
stay off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so especially if you start to get to the point where you're feeling a bit tingly.
Yes.
Or the reaction to sometimes because your body is not used to it, you can have little reactions like that. And so be aware, again, listen to your body and use use the product effectively, wisely. Yeah. You use it when you need to and use it. Listen to what your body is telling you to do. 100%.
And look, the disclaimer here, guys, if like myself, if anyone out there is a little bit prone to anxiety, you definitely can use it. This one I've had no adverse effects on. This one I found really good. But I started with really small doses. Yes. Like I didn't even start with the one serve. I started with half a scoop.
Yes.
Because sometimes you can find that will actually, it can affect your anxiety and your moods. So just be really careful. This one though, for a very anxious, crazy person, this one was really good to me. And I found it put me in like just a mad mood. It was like a good mad mood. Yeah. Mad. So the difference between fat burners and pre-workouts,
the way I understand, what I will explain is that pre-workout helps you get the heart rate nice and high during the session.
Yep.
And the fat burner is something that you act through the day.
Yeah.
So a pre-workout usually for people coming in, usually 30 minutes beforehand, get the heart rate really, really high, and that way you can burn a lot of calories during the session. It doesn't tend to have that long-lasting effect like what a thermogenic will do. Yeah. That's why you can have the thermogenic at different times of the day as well. So.
Yeah. So I find also as well with, so the Showtime you can take as a pre-workout. I wouldn't think a lot of guys will like it. And again, this is a generalization and I'll come back to that. Yeah. So girls or people that don't like beta-alanine or creatine, double scoop for a pre-workout, but just as Jackson said, you're going to have a longer energy burst from that. Now, pre-workouts. Who's ever taken a pre-workout and it feels like you're like spiders under your skin? So that's the beta-alanine in the pre-workout. A lot of people don't like that feeling. So if you don't like that feeling, and again, if you're an anxious person, it's going to freak you right out. That's right. And usually they'll have creatine in them as well. So you might feel a little bit more juicy during the workout. Now, creatine is a supplement I think we could talk about for years because there's just so much information on it. But creatine, in essence, it gets more water into your cells.
Yep.
So you're going to feel a little juicier, which again is probably why men tend to favour it.
Muscle building, all that kind of stuff.
Over women.
Makes it look like a bulkier.
Yep. So look, no right or wrong. The same thing with pre-workouts also won't have L-carnitine and the fat loss in them.
Exactly.
So look, pre-workouts, you're going to get hyped up. You're going to become a woo girl or guy. You will feel tingles. It is going to kind of make you feel a little bit sort of
Yeah, it can, for some people it can do. Yeah, a little bit hyped up kind of feeling, for sure.
And again, come off them every now and again. The big one, and I always used to say this to guys when I'd be doing taste testings, I'd be like, how many times are you taking Jack today? And they'd be like, 7 times. I've been taking it for years. It will 100% mess with your testosterone. So you want to lay off it every now and again. Testosterone is essential for both men and women. So, it's
muscle mass.
And it's not great to overuse things. The thing as well, you have to look in relation to the fat burner and the pre-workout. Look at your training volume.
Absolutely.
If you are overtrained, if you are stressed, if you are undernourished, both of those products probably no good for you. Your body's already in that fight or flight stage, which we learned again from In Nature's Hands the other day. So everything has an asterisk to it, guys, and that's where we come into it. You're going to sit down with us. We're going to talk you through. We're going to give you recommendations. Hell, the Evolt 360 is going to give you recommendations, not even us. It's going to tell you the supplements that they recommend for you.
Correct.
And look, we might say to you, look, Tom, you're coming in, your stress levels are here, you've been doing high intensity cardio for 7 years, this is not the best product.
That's right. And I think that's a really good point there. That I think it's really good to understand everything in context. Like, what's your lifestyle like outside of here? Like, what's your stress level like? What are you actually looking to achieve? I think it's really important. Supplementation, again, is exactly that. It's a supplement. So that good to talk to like someone like ourselves in the industry and just talk about your training routine and what you're actually looking to achieve. Then we can give you the recommendation of what you should be taking, when you should be taking them, and when you should not be taking them. Times you should be coming off like the pre-workouts or other thermogenics to make sure that you don't go into a state of high anxiety because you're already in that state already. So it's really important. So just because you want to lose weight, don't just take product because people say it's going to help you. There are other factors that doesn't work. Right. So it kind of leads to kind of that last little product. I think there's a really good one to understand is exactly what we were talking about the other day Wednesday with Rachel and Hands. Gut health and greens. Super, super important as a product that will help you to move on in your fitness journey. Because without this particular area being looked at, and I would say in quite a lot of people in the current age, has a huge effect on their fitness, on their weight loss.
Look, I mean, if you caught the live on Wednesday, you would have seen that we could talk about gut health for days. And I think it leads into so many different avenues. So the two products that we've got here today is one specifically for gut health, and then we've got a greens powder. Now, these products have been around for ages. Gut health is, Rachel say it's your first brain, I'll say it's your second brain, but it controls your body. So it's so important to have gut health because, again, mental clarity. Feeling comfortable. The toxins in your body, if you're not pooping enough, how it affects weight loss, sleep, so many things. The great thing about taking either one of these supplements is there's quite a high fiber content in both of them, which not only is, and how that helps with fat loss or weight loss is that it obviously keeps you a little bit fuller for longer, which will help with sort of that snacking when you shouldn't be snacking.
That's right.
It's going to help keep you regular, which is great for your poops. But that also, like, we should be getting rid of, like, if we think of poo in the fact that it's waste, we want to get that out of our body.
It's extra weight.
It's all like you're literally full of poop. So really great for that, but also, and look, this is going down that kooky hormone road that I love to go down.
Which we can address at a different time at some point.
Every time. Fibers actually help attach to toxins in your body and flush them out. Why that's super important, ladies, if you find that you've got fat hamstrings or you want to lean your legs out, chances are you're probably holding too many toxins, and that could be from gut health, nutritionally, anything, fiber is absolutely going to help flush those out and lean those legs out. And that's the two things I probably get asked about the most is the bloat and the legs. And look, they're both diet related, yes, but gut health related. Both of those things 100%. Are probably going to be alleviated by helping the gut out there. So really, really important to address that. Yeah. Should everyone take it, even if they don't have gut issues? 100%.
I agree. I think we overlook the gut issue. I think with something we're starting to really say, hey, we need to start to discuss this whole gut issue because not many people are talking about it. Most people are talking about this calorie deficits, eating healthy, but reality is, if you fit gut health, there's a chance that you could probably get much better results twice as quick, potentially, because it is such a big part of because we're so under so much stress all the time, constantly, especially when you get that 30 plus age bracket, you've already put yourself under a lot of stress over a period of time. And most likely, most of us will have bad gut. Yeah. Every now and then we'll have this bloated feeling or carrying extra weight. And I think like what Rachel said the other day is as well too, like 90% or 80-90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut. That is a huge amount of serotonin that's being produced in your gut. So if you imagine your gut not being on the top of the game, you're missing out on probably half your happy drug.
Yeah, so guys, if you don't know what serotonin is what makes us feel good. Yeah. So when you think of it, and that just blew my mind because it really is, your gut really does control your body. If you have gut issues, like it just leads into so many different
if you're sleeping badly or feeling like you're tired in the morning after a full night's sleep. There's a good chance that you will need to have a look at that. You need to have a deep look at what's happening around you and what's happening in your gut. Because most likely, it's probably not 100%. You're feeling low in energy or feeling a bit down or feeling a bit like, kind of like, just a bit hazy. There's a chance that your body's not producing enough serotonin. And even after exercise, you feel good for a little while, but you're not getting the full effect of the serotonin because your gut health is not 100%.
And I don't know about you, Jackson, but I don't have time to be in the toilet wiping for hours. I want a one wipe and get out of there. And you know what? And it's like we eat crap now. Even our whole foods aren't whole foods unless you buy from a farmer's market. And even then you don't know what it's been sprayed with. Stop wasting your time on the loo, guys. Get yourself some gut health. It's got some active probiotics, which is amazing. That's going to help with the, how did you say it? The microbiome. What it's going to do, it's actually going to help lower the GI of food. So because that's got some like seeds and some fats in it. So it's really is a great bang for your product. For your buck product. This one actually tastes amazing. You either just have it in water or a couple of my guys put it in yogurt because it's got a really nice natural raspberry flavor. So yes, everyone should take it. When you should take it in the morning, in the evening. I wouldn't take it post-training just because it does have some of those lower absorption ingredients in it.
First thing in the morning, I think is a great time to do it. I think it's just to set you up for the rest of the day, allows your body to absorb it correctly, get the fiber in there, and all that kind of stuff.
So I take it in the morning with some collagen, water obviously, and I also take it with some greens, which is probably a great segue into our last little product. So we have got the Vitality Switch Greens here, and like, look, a little plug for this. Hags is one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Vitality is actually an Aussie-owned and produced product. So go you little ripper. Look, greens, they've been around again for ages. They're
completely science-based. It's a really, really good product.
They're absolutely amazing. It's most of us, and look, Rach touched on this as well, most of us don't eat enough greens and fruits. 100% I don't. I'm lazy. I'm the worst person in the world, actually, but don't do what I do what I say. A lot of us wait till dinner to have greens.
That's right.
And I did exactly that yesterday. And I was sitting there munching on my broccolini. I was like, oh my God, this is
the only
greens I've eaten all day, but I do have my greens in the morning. So the great thing about greens is they usually have about 5 serves of fruits and veggies. So again, you're getting your daily dose if you're like me and you're a little bit lazy. You've got that fiber. It is going to help with digestion and all those good things. Plus, they taste great. This is actually a vegan product as well, which is amazing. I'm pretty sure all Vitality stuff is vegan. Their protein is vegan.
Yeah.
So greens, amazing. I am one of those nutbags that will put it in a protein shake, just because I'm lazy and I'm going to all in there together.
She's a stacker.
I'm a stacker. I am. Oh my God, I am. I got no taste buds. I'll just chuck it all in together. No
if
good.
It's good for you, just eat
just chuck it in there.
Yeah.
Look, some of them, the Vitality comes in a couple of really great flavors. My favorite is the cucumber one.
Okay.
Oh, it's delicious.
That one. Yep.
So we have got some sample boxes in the studio. You get to sample a couple of the flavors, but greens, should everyone take them? Yes. Should you take them even if you're having a healthy serve of veggies? Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
If you are finding that your stools are getting loose though, you probably don't need to take them.
Right.
Look, if you are someone that is really good and likes to juice your own veggies, you don't have to take them.
Yeah.
But if you're going on holidays and you don't want to take your juicer and you know you're going to be eating a little bit differently, such a great thing to take with you, especially if you are eating clean and you have found that you've maybe gone a little bit too hard on the weekend or you do go on holidays. It's a great thing to sort of bring that balance back into your gut. Yeah. And look, for the ladies, anything with a natural fiber content in it is really great for our happy place health. Without going too grotesquely down that road. So greens is amazing. If you find you have got, if you get any kind of imbalance in your gut or your area, you need to return that. A lot of times fiber will do that. Yeah. So remembering again, fiber is going to also keep you fuller for longer.
Yes.
Help flush out those toxins. Help with weight loss because it's going to help heal your gut. Every single one of these products is amazing. We've only got a really great ranging of stuff that we believe in and that is tried and tested. I've worked with both of these suppliers for a really long time. So I have used their products. I have known them in the industry for a long time. They are two suppliers that I absolutely trust and would recommend. Drink the Kool-Aid with us, guys. Get the products. And, we go and get our hair done. We buy the products when we get hair done. We buy the car. We wash the car with the products they tell us to. Take care of your body. Not every single one of these products is for you. Not every single one of them you're going to use at every single stage in your training journey.
Correct.
Every single one of them are essential at different points.
Yeah, exactly. And I think once again, we want to reiterate that they're supplements. Making sure it's addition to what your very healthy diet. Talk to us about that. Making sure you're taking supplements so that you assist you on your journey. And that way, if any question you need to have, come to talk to us.
Just
talk to one of our coaches.
Drop us a line. We're going to have a taste testing and a nutrition seminar soon. So, come on down, learn about which ones are good for you. And like I said, they're not going to all be recommended at the one time. We're not going to be like, give us $1,000. Here's your supplement regime. We're about, you might come to us and say, well, look, this is my budget for supplements. We go, okay, the biggest bang for your buck is going to be a protein or it's going to be a fat burner for this stage. So everything is going to be personalized to you. We've got some other great subs coming in. One of Switch's greatest products, which I need to bring, is the adrenal switch. So that's got your magnesium and stuff. So we might go down the road of looking at sort of like some ZMA, some magnesium subs. But guys, get in here and get them before they sell out.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. This is Steph and Jackson.
We're signing out, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Peace.
See ya.